We continue our reading of Dilexi on love for the poor, the Apostolic Exhortation by Pope Leo. A history that continues. The century of the Church's social doctrine. Article 89. Pope Francis recognized that in recent decades, alongside the teachings of the bishops of Rome, national and regional bishops' conferences have increasingly spoken out. He could personally attest, for example, to the particular commitment of Latin American episcopate to rethinking the Church's relationship with the poor. In the immediate post-conciliar period, in almost all Latin American countries, there was a strong sense of the Church's need to identify with the poor and to participate actively in securing their freedom. The Church was moved by the masses of the poor suffering from unemployment, underemployment, unjust wages, and substandard living conditions. The martyrdom of Saint Oscar Romero, the Archbishop of San Salvador, was a powerful witness and an inspiration for the Church. He had made his own the plight of the vast majority of his flock and made them the center of his pastoral vision. The conferences of the Latin American bishops held in Medellin, Puebla, Santo Domingo and Aparecida were also significant events for the life of the Church as a whole. For my part, having served as a missionary in Peru for many years, I am greatly indebted to this process of ecclesial discernment, which Pope Francis wisely linked to that of other particular churches, especially those in the global south. I would now like to take up two specific themes of his episcopal teaching. At Medellin, the bishops declared themselves in favor of a preferential option for the poor. Christ, our Savior, not only loved the poor, but being rich, he became poor. He lived a life of poverty, focused his mission on preaching their liberation, and founded his church as a sign of this poverty in our midst. The poverty endured by so many of our brothers and sisters cries out for justice, solidarity, witness, commitment, and efforts directed to ending it, so that the saving mission entrusted by Christ may be fully accomplished. The bishops stated forcefully that the Church, to be fully faithful to her vocation, must not only share the condition of the poor, but also stand at their side and work actively for their integral development. Faced with the situation of worsening poverty in Latin America, the Puebla Conference confirmed the Medellin decision in favor of a frank and prophetic option for the poor, described structures of injustice as social sin. Charity has the power to change reality. It is a genuine force for change in history. It is a source that must inspire and guide every effort to resolve the structural cause of poverty, and to do so with urgency. It is my hope that we will see more and more politicians capable of sincere and effective dialogue aimed at healing the deepest roots, and not simply the appearances of the evils in our world. For it is a matter of hearing the cry of entire peoples, the poorest peoples of the earth. Here ends our reading.